We have officially hit the road to WrestleMania, and the first stop, in my opinion, is the greatest PLE in all of professional wrestling, and that is the Royal Rumble. You win this Royal Rumble, you have stamped your ticket to a world title match at WrestleMania. Now, you don't always main event, but I have a good feeling that the winner of this year's Royal Rumble is going to main event the WrestleMania. Now, real quick, before we get into the guys that I think should win the Royal Rumble, I need you guys to do me one small favor. If you guys enjoy professional wrestling content, make sure to hit that sub button. Make sure to like that video so more people can see this. And with that being said, let's talk about who I think should win the Royal Rumble. And I got some surprises on this list for you. With the first person, I think this is actually the favorite to win this Royal Rumble. He's not my overall favorite, but I think that if I was a betting man and everyone had like lines on it, I personally believe that John Cena is the favorite to win this Royal Rumble. Can you imagine the storyline of John Cena's final Royal Rumble? He's in there with the final four, whether it's him, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, LA Knight, The Rock, who knows, whoever's in there. A lot of people that are blast from the past, and he wants to win that last world championship to put him in front of Ric Flair, even though, let's be real, Ric Flair has, I believe it's 22 or 23 world titles, but that's for another video. And John Cena gets his moment and an opportunity to do it for the first time at WrestleMania. Now, a lot of people argue that it's too early. John Cena shouldn't win it now. It's going to be John Cena's first match, and he hasn't won a singles match in God knows how long. And you're going to tell me his first match back in the WWE, the Royal Rumble, he's over here winning the thing? Yeah, I mean, it's the farewell tour. I mean, what other time would it make sense to not have John Cena win? You have John Cena go. Can you imagine the eruption? I'm going to be there. I will be in Lucas Oil Stadium. I'm going to hear the eruption of whoever wins. But can you imagine the eruption of John Cena throwing the last person over the top, getting up on that turnbuckle, pointing at the WrestleMania sign, and the time is now, and he's going to get to choose between whoever the world champion is at the time, because, you know, there is a chance that when we get there, Cody Rhodes might not be the champion. So, you know, it could be Kevin Owens. It could be, you know, Gunther might not be the champion. It could be CM Punk, could be Drew, it could be anybody. And he's going to be facing one of those guys. I think it's a moment that will be talked about forever. It's going to be an iconic moment. It's going to make the farewell tour even cooler. And it's going to sell them a lot more tickets for WrestleMania. Now, my second pick is who I think is the second favorite to win it. It's somebody that hasn't main evented WrestleMania. Someone that everybody wants to main event at WrestleMania. It's the guy who's the best in the world. The guy that wants this moment for himself. And that is CM Punk. Ever since CM Punk came back, he is literally on a mission to prove himself that he's no longer the guy that everybody thought he was before he left, and that he is still the best in the world. We've seen him put on some amazing matches. The promos have been amazing. His feuds have been so good, and giving him an opportunity to main event either night 1 or night 2 of WrestleMania will basically let him finish the moment of why he came back. I know he doesn't want to admit it, but main eventing WrestleMania is a huge deal for him. He says so many times that it's not. Let's be real. Main eventing WrestleMania is like the only thing he hasn't done in his career. If he could do it against either a Cody Rhodes, he could do it against a Gunther. I think Gunther would be the right choice if Gunther's champion at the time. You have CM Punk and Gunther. You know he's walking out of WrestleMania as your champion. You know that would sell so many tickets, and you know that it would put on a phenomenal match. Now, this next one, you guys are either going to love or you're going to hate. There's no in between with this one, and that's Roman Reigns. Listen, the Tribal Chief is coming off an absolutely insane, historic 1,316-day reign. He lost it at WrestleMania. He wants it back. He told Cody Rhodes he wants it back. Well, Paul Heyman told him. And his best way of getting it back, which he should have a rematch anyway, I don't know why we just don't have our rematch, is winning the Royal Rumble. And I personally, if I'm having Roman Reigns win this Royal Rumble, I think he should come in at number 1. I'm going to give you guys a little thing. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I've been saying it from day one. I still believe that the favor that CM Punk is owed is if Roman Reigns has a better spot in the Rumble, he's giving up his spot to CM Punk. I think there's a very good chance that CM Punk draws number 1, and he's going to have Roman Reigns switch spots with him. And I think having Roman Reigns come in from number 1 and win would be absolutely insane, and would, you know, it would silence all the doubters if he doesn't show up or whatever. If this man goes 60 minutes inside of a Royal Rumble and wins it, you can't deny that he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and him to go all, like, his WrestleMania main event numbers are already insane, but him to add another WrestleMania main event would be insane. Now, here's a little surprising one for you, or I don't think a lot of you guys would consider it surprising, but I actually think that this person should have a very good long run in it for the Royal Rumble, and I think it's Jey Uso. I think Jey Uso winning would have the fans go absolutely ballistic. It's a little curveball, and I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H does this. I know that Jey Uso has a world title match coming up at Saturday Night Main Event. I don't see him winning it. I think there's a decent shot that the new bloodline attacks him, ruining it again for him, you know, because I don't see either of those guys taking a clean pin right now. Jay's, again, super duper hot. He's finally getting this shot at the title that he deserves. I wouldn't be surprised if they have Jey Uso win. He's like one of those guys where it's like, if it happens, it's going to be a very, you know, good moment. And it's very awesome because I truly believe this Royal Rumble can surprise us. There's a couple more picks I'm gonna have after this that I think are gonna surprise you guys completely. But with that being said, I think Jey Uso is a great pick, and I think it would be awesome to have him face either of the champions we have now. You know, if he loses that Saturday Night Main Event and he says that he wants to run it back because the new bloodline attacked, then this is his way of getting it, guaranteeing that he gets Gunther again. He has it with the Royal Rumble. Or if he goes, listen, my cousin couldn't take you down, I want to have a one-on-one with Cody. You have two of the hottest baby faces on the roster going at it at the main event of WrestleMania. I think would do absolutely insane numbers as well. Now I'm going to throw my first curveball at you, and you guys are probably going to say that I'm absolutely out of my mind for making this pick, but I would not be surprised if we bring back the Demon persona for Finn Balor in the Royal Rumble and have him win the Royal Rumble. Obviously, I know you guys are going to say I'm crazy. This guy has been eating pin after pin after pin after pin. But that's the best part about the Royal Rumble. It's not about pinning someone. It's about throwing everyone over the top rope. And can you imagine if we get to like number 27, 28, 29, and all of a sudden you have Finn Balor's Demon theme song come on and he comes out as the Demon? I would have no problem with Demon Finn Balor winning and Demon Finn Balor getting a world title shot and winning a world title at WrestleMania. I think he's done a great job of elevating so much other talent this whole year and absolutely taking a lot of losses to be able to just hit that reset button at WrestleMania by getting the win at the Royal Rumble would reignite the man's career and would literally bring back the legitimacy of the Demon that we lost at the Hell in a Cell against Edge. I know it's going to be crazy to say that somebody should have won the Money in the Bank in the same year as, technically not the same year, but in the same calendar year. Not even the same calendar year. You guys know what I mean. In the same 12-month period, someone should win Money in the Bank in the Royal Rumble. You guys are going to call me crazy, but I think Drew McIntyre stands a very good chance of winning this Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre's character has been unbelievable. He's been a believable and understandable tweener. You want to call him a heel? I still think he's a tweener because everything he says is true. He's not really being a bad guy. Everything is justified in everything that he's doing. But here's the one thing that I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on. We obviously know Drew has been robbed of that WrestleMania moment time after time after time after time. We know that he technically got his WrestleMania moment by beating Brock. We know he technically got his WrestleMania moment by beating Seth. But now we're stuck here where he's never really had a run as champion in front of fans. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have this man win the Royal Rumble and he picks either one of the guys. It makes sense for him to pick either one. He could go after Cody for backing up Roman Reigns. He can go after the World Heavyweight Champion just because he wants that title back after losing it at WrestleMania. And he's believable to win it too. And he's believable to main event. And lastly, this is a guy that I think would finally be able to be put in the spotlight that he deserves. I've been complaining for a very long time that Triple H has not elevated the younger talent on the roster into main event levels, okay? Now, this guy has been dominating the mid-card. This guy is our Intercontinental Champion, and it is Braun Breaker. Now, before you guys all lose your gasket, how could Braun Breaker win the Royal Rumble with this amazing stacked line that we have for the Royal Rumble. That's the whole point. If you have a Braun Breaker win this Royal Rumble, you have officially elevated that guy into main event status. Whether he takes on Gunther or Cody Rhodes for the title, personally, I would rather it be Gunther and he actually win the World Heavyweight title, and we have finally a young guy with legitimacy of a World Heavyweight Championship. Braun Breaker makes the most sense out of every single one of the young guys on the roster, unless you do a crazy curveball and you have Dom win, but no one's really going to believe it. You're going to believe that Braun Breaker can take down Gunther at WrestleMania. And I think if you want to really shock the fans and you really want to take a guy and send him to the moon, Braun Breaker is that guy. He had his moment in the last Royal Rumble, and it would make a lot of sense because this man is destined for greatness, and I would not be surprised if they were going to take this guy and send him to the moon right here, right now in Lucas Oil Stadium. With that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if any one of these guys win, and I think this is one of the most unpredictable Royal Rumbles we've had in a very long time. You can go in a million different directions. You can have John win. Now, I am going to be doing a video after this about people that I think shouldn't win the Royal Rumble, but are considered for winning it. You know, I'm not going to sneak peek anything. I can just tell you that there's somebody that I don't think should win it, but is heavily discussed in winning it. There's a lot of guys that can be elevated with this win. There's a lot of guys that can do a lot of big things when it comes to winning this. You know, Randy Orton could go face Cody Rhodes. I didn't have him on the list just because, like, I don't know what his health status is. I don't know if he's actually still injured or not. I don't know if he's gonna give us a surprise Royal Rumble return. There's a lot of guys that are just like such like ifs. If they're good to go, it would make a lot of sense for it to happen. With that being said, I want to know from you guys, who do you think should win the men's 2025 Royal Rumble? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, do me one small favor. Make sure to hit that subscription button. Make sure to ring that bell for future videos. And if you liked it, make sure to like it, because I believe it sends it out to 100 more people to watch the video if you hit the like. So it would make me happy. All right? I'll see you guys in the next video. This is much love from me to you. Peace.